darlings, welcome to the Ariel Show. I'm Ariel. You are joining me, whether or not you know it, in Birmingham, Alabama right now. This is where we're hanging out, and I thought I would take a few minutes and talk to you today about how to be more self-assured. Self-assurance is very related to self-love. They kind of go hand in hand. If you love yourself, you're going to feel good about your life. You're going to have natural confidence. It's going to leak into everything. And confidence is a very precious commodity in today's society since so many people run their lives on self-hate. So many people do not love who they are. So today we're going to be going over some easy tips for you that you can become more self-assured, feel better about yourself. So let's jump right in. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that you're feeling self-assured internally. Be practicing it on the inside. That's what's going to make sure that it's actually working its way towards the external. No one's going to be like, oh my god, look at that chick, she looks like she's got it going on, she's so confident, or look at that dude, he's such a badass, he like knows what he wants in life. No one's going to think that way unless you're actually thinking that way about yourself internally first. And we are going to talk about faking it till you make it in just a second, but I think step one, let's get the internal down. So some examples of this kind of in practical life is trusting your instincts. You guys, if you meet someone and you get kind of a weird vibe, don't second guess that. Like, go with your first instinct. Trust that there's some kind of a mechanism inside of you that knows what's going on, that knows reality, something inside of you that's smarter than your own brain. A lot of times we trip ourselves up by second guessing. You know, we question our instincts, and we'll get this one first impression that kind of comes internally, maybe from our souls, and then our brains will chime in and say, oh, but that doesn't make sense, and we'll be fighting each other. A self-assured person goes with their instincts. They go with their gut. They've learned to listen to their gut. They've learned to trust their gut. Another example of this would be if you're making a decision, make the decision and then stick with it. Don't go back and forth. Don't be one way than the other. If you're even something as simple as ordering something off the menu at a restaurant, like say I want that and stick with that rather than like second guessing it 20 times. Like, should I have gotten this, or should I have seen this movie instead of this one, or should I have made plans with this person instead of this person? Make a decision, stick with it, and that's going to get you practicing just being more self-assured, thinking, hey, I make good choices. Like, I know what I want in life, and I go get what I want in life, and I don't wobble back and forth between two different options. Okay, so once you've been doing that for a while, it's a perfect example to take this new attitude to the streets and start faking it till you make it. Fake it till you make it can get a bad rep, but it still is a really great trick in your kind of psychological hacking toolbox. Sometimes you just have to act as if. I do this all the time. I think, I'm not feeling good today. How would I behave if I was feeling good? How would I act if I was self-assured, if I did think I got this, if I did feel good about my life, if I did think this is going to be an amazing day and I'm super happy to be who I am, I'm super confident, I'm super comfortable in my own skin. So if you're kind of stuck on the first step and you're not really like getting it down internally, go ahead and skip to the second step. Go ahead and just think, today I am going to pretend that I am a total boss, and you know, put on that amazing jacket that makes you feel awesome, wear the shoes that just like take you to the next level, and go out there and dominate and have an amazing day, and see if you can kind of impact that internal temperature, what's going on internally, by the way that you relate to the world. What's so great is the world does not know that you're faking it. Generally, all we have to do is just act as if, and then the world will start responding to our behavior as if it's actually true. And it's so great because then it becomes cyclical. All of a sudden, you're getting cues from the outside world that you actually are this badass boss, and then you start acting like that naturally. So then the internal stuff becomes natural. So all you have to do sometimes is just act as if you are the person that you want to be. The world mirrors that back to you, and then it starts to feel like a reality for you. And I think this is really like Law of Attraction 101. You kind of put it out there, and then it starts coming back to you. And so it's not like this mystical, magical thing. It's really like practical human behavior. Like, this is how we behave. If we act a certain way, the world brings that back to us. They treat us as if we are that person as well. Lastly, you need to be living a life that you feel good about. Of course, you're going to have a problem with self-assuredness, with self-confidence, if you're not enjoying your life, if you're not happy with where you're at. You're not going to wake up and think, man, I love my life, it feels so good to be me, if that's not genuinely true. If you're living a life that you don't feel good about, if you're not where you want to be, you know what, I want to say that's most of us. Most of us have goals that are bigger than where we actually are, so like, we can't get too hung up on that, but a great marker of happiness is progress. Are we making progress? So let that be enough. If you're moving in the right direction, even if everything's not working out, you know, quite in the way that you want it to be, or you're not there yet, wherever there is, at least if we're living a life that is on the way to where we want to be, if there is progress being made, let us feel good about that and let that translate into self-assuredness. But if you are kind of wasting your life, or you feel like you are, or you feel like your life is kind of mundane, you feel like you're just kind of like in the fog and there's really nothing exciting going on in your life, you don't have anything to look forward to in your day-to-day, that's a problem, and you have the power to change that. And I just really want to get across today, don't settle for less than amazing in your life and in yourself. If you are not living up to your full potential and you know that you have more to give, like if you know that there's more sparkle inside of you that you're not letting out, please don't hold back on us. There's a reason that sparkle is inside of you. There's a reason that you're feeling kind of that tension, like that little bit of like pain inside of you that's like, I know it's not where I want it to be. I know I'm not where I want to be yet. Listen to that. That's that gut that I was telling you about. That's that instinct. Trust that instinct that that's going to lead you somewhere and that there is a bigger life for you. There is a bigger purpose. Life can be better than where it is now. And no matter where we're at, in our level, like that progress I was talking about, there's always more, which is so great. That's why I love the human experience, because there can always be more joy. There can always be better goals, not even in the striving sort of way, but just more exciting goals where you're like really jazzed about your life because there's always great stuff coming up and there's always great stuff in your present. We talked 2 weeks ago, the things to avoid if you don't want to be miserable. We talked about being present and looking forward towards your exciting future, but never letting your past hold you back. So don't let your past, your like prior conditioning, don't let mistakes that you've made, regrets that you have hold you back from being self-assured or self-confident today. The past doesn't matter. It only has the power that we give it. It's all in our head. It's like super trippy, I know, freaking blows my mind, but it doesn't have to have any more power over our lives than the power that we give it. We're going to be giving it power if we're letting it hold us back now. The way we take away the power from our past is just by acting as if. Acting as if it's not there, moving forward in our day, moving forward as if we are all badasses. Which we are. You're a badass. I'm a badass. We got this, baby. I'm rooting for you, and I am on your side. Thanks for watching the Ariel Show today. I love getting to just have these little chats with you guys. Hopefully give you some love. Hopefully give you some new ideas, inspiration. Please leave me a comment below if you've got some cool ideas on how to be more self-assured, have more self-confidence in your life. And please click here to subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode. I love you, and I gotta get ready for my show. Have a great night, great day, you guys. Love you.
Now get your body off the floor. This is your addiction, so you